So tonight, in New York, we have Brooklyn Takeover 4, which for NXT being the quote unquote side brand or the minor league of the WWE product, I actually find to be more entertaining and a better show than the actual main shows. And I actually have a feeling that this is going to be better than SummerSlam. It starts at 7 o'clock today, Eastern Standard Time, and I'm not sure if it's going to be 2 or 3 hours. I have a feeling it's going to probably hit the 2.5 to 3 hour mark. But looking at this lineup, it's going to be an awesome show. They only have 5 matches, which, in all honesty, that's all you really need. And I have a feeling these matches are going to be nice and long, tell excellent stories, and just deliver an incredibly awesome product. So let's go over the matches and see what's going on here and who I think is going to quote unquote win the match. But let's get started. So the first match looks like it might be EC3 versus Velveteen Dream, and I'll have to admit I do not know much about EC3. I believe I saw him in the ladder match at the last Takeover event, and I don't watch NXT as much, the weekly show as much as I used to. But I recently changed my schedule to where I'm able to watch it a lot more often. But I will say that I am slowly and surely becoming a huge fan of Velveteen Dream. Now I'll say his promos still need some work, but his in-ring talent is without bounds. I have seen him in several matches where I've thought he has been a very talented and gifted wrestler. I think the first match I saw him was against Aleister Black, and then another one versus Ricochet, and then the latter match. And he has failed to disappoint. And just seeing articles on him saying that he is, so talented, has just reinforced my thoughts on him. So I have a feeling that this match will go very well. Now I'm gonna have to admit the vignettes leading up to this match. There was one where they were by a pool. I thought that was kind of hokey and silly. I hope they don't ever do that again. Um, but I don't think that's going to take away from the overall quality of the match. I think this is going to be a good long match, probably into the hopefully in the 20 plus minute range. And then in the end, I'm guessing EC3 will win. He'll get the push since he's relatively new to NXT, and there's been some rumblings that they'll probably push up Velveteen Dream up to the main roster, which I really am torn there because too many times wrestlers have been pushed up to the main roster and have floundered. And I'll follow that up with another video sometime in the near future of the wrestlers I feel they've wasted on the main roster, and even possibly what could they do to bring them back to prominence again. But anyway, like I said, this is going to be an awesome match, and I think EC3 will get the win here. So next we have for the NXT Championship match, you have Undisputed versus Mustache Mountain, which I had to say is an awful name. But hey, I don't work for WWE. They come up with the names they want to. Um, I have a feeling this will probably a decent match. I've seen a couple of these guys wrestle before in the past, and they have not disappointed. And this is the here's one of the problems is that this is gonna come after the EC3 and Velveteen match, um, to where this one is gonna. I have a feeling will probably not get the accolades it will probably deserve, just because the audience will be emotionally spent from the first match if it goes in this order. Um, I think it'll be a decent match, probably about 15, 20 minutes. But in the end, I'll probably say, well, I won't probably say, I'm saying it. Undisputed will win, will keep the titles. But it'll be a decent match. You'll see some nice hard hits, some good tag team match in here, and it'll be a whole lot of fun. Now, what's most likely to be an incredibly uh, exciting match is for the North American NXT Championship. You have Adam Cole, baby, versus Ricochet. And I have to admit, both of these guys are incredibly talented. They should probably go ahead and be on the main roster anyway. I've watched these guys over the past few months. Ricochet, I've actually watched a little bit longer when he's been on other programs. And Ricochet has never disappointed me in any of his matches that I've seen in other programs. Adam Cole, I wasn't introduced until he joined NXT, and he's been a whole lot of fun. One of the things I really like about him is that he can get the crowd really into the matches, and he's a whole lot of fun. So I have a feeling this is going to be a nice long match. Probably almost into the 25, 30 minute marks. We're going to see some high flying. We're going to see some crazy spots. Hopefully nobody will get hurt in this particular match. But in the end, I have a feeling, outside of any interference, maybe Ricochet will take this one and take the belt. Because, I won't say, he quote unquote deserves it, but we'll probably see a championship change. And if there is one, it's going to be this one. But it's going to be a very good match here. So next for the NXT Women's Championship, we're gonna have Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane. I hope I got those names correctly. And I have to admit, I haven't seen Kairi wrestle too often. I think she's the one that shows up at the ring wearing all that pirate crap, and you hear the music that sounds like it just got lifted from Pirates of the Caribbean. So I mean, it's okay. I think it's going to be a decent match. This is going to be another match where, unfortunately, the audience is going to be spent from the Ricochet Adam Cole match, and they're going to go take a break, use the restroom, while they, prepare for the headliner match. And so this match will probably go, 5, 10, 15 minutes at the most. It'll be a halfway decent match. Um, but in the end, I think Shayna Baszler will keep her title, just simply because I think they'll change it at a later date. But it'll be a fun match. And last, we have for the NXT Championship, uh, the champion Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano. And I have to admit, and this is a last man standing match, and I have to say these two have brought down the house as far as their matches have gone in the past few takeovers. Um, just have been insane. Both emotionally charged, and physically demanding, and that's just from a guy who's sitting on a couch, watching two guys beat the holy hell out of each other. Um, I just don't know what else they can do in this match that they haven't done to each other already. Um, I'll have to admit, like I said, I hadn't watched NXT for the past few weeks. I just got caught up, so I was surprised that Ciampa was the champion. But after catching up, I saw what happened, and I'll admit, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. He's gonna stay the champion after this match, but this is gonna be an insanely brutal match, and I have a feeling probably Aleister Black is gonna interfere in some way, shape, or form. Um, Probably between the two of them. But since it's last man standing, I mean, haven't they already had a last man standing already, where they took apart the ring and somebody took a DDT against the wood or something. I mean, these guys have beaten each other on the outside, on the cement, on the inside. I mean, these matches have been completely insane and just over the top. And they're back at it again. So, all I can say is that this is going to be a very hard match to watch, but it's going to be a whole lot of fun. And I have a feeling that once it's over, the audience is just going to be 100% thankful for these two because these guys, I don't know if they're friends in real life or enemies in real life. I know they were tag team partners and all that, but since they split up, they have put some of the best matches of the year, and I have a feeling they're going to do it again. That I have absolutely no doubt in my mind. So that's it for me. This is going to be. I have to say this match will probably at least go 20, if not 30 minutes, which is probably why they're starting the show at 7 o'clock because this this match will probably start around the 10 o'clock hour and go for quite a bit, and maybe even into the 45-minute range. These guys are in incredible shape, and they're willing to sacrifice their bodies to do whatever they need to put on a good show. And hey, these guys, this is one of the reasons why I think the NXT is a better product because we just don't see matches like these on the main roster. You watch Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, and they go out there, for 20 or 30 minutes. And Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins and all those guys, and they could put on quality matches, but you really never see any matches on the level of brutality as these. Um, I don't know why. They treat the product so differently, but a lot of times these shows are a lot better. But you know, that's just one man's opinion. Anyway, uh, what do you think is going to happen at NXT Takeover tonight? Do you think it's going to be a good show, or do you think it's going to be a bad show? Let me know. I like talking to you guys. Post it in the comments below. And if you want to hear more of my ramblings when it comes to WWE, movies, television, video games, hit that subscribe button, and we'll get a dialogue going. Like I said, I like talking to you guys. Let's have some fun. Anyway, until next time, peace.